It began with something simple: a quiet afternoon, a college campus, students walking between classes, laughing with friends, enjoying an ordinary day. Nothing seemed unusual, but somewhere nearby, someone was watching. At first glance, he didn't look dangerous. He looked polite, calm, even friendly, the kind of person you might help without hesitation. And that was exactly what made him so dangerous. Throughout the early 1970s, several young women began disappearing across different parts of the United States. At first, the cases seemed unrelated. Different cities, different times, different circumstances. But investigators soon noticed something unsettling. The victims shared similar characteristics: young, intelligent, college students, and almost always last seen near public places where people should have been safe. Witnesses occasionally mentioned a strange detail. They had seen a man speaking politely to women shortly before they vanished. He sometimes appeared injured, wearing a cast or a sling, asking for help carrying something to his car. It seemed harmless, kind, normal. But that small moment of kindness was often the last time those women were seen. As the disappearances increased, fear spread across communities. College campuses issued warnings. Parents called their daughters more frequently, but the person responsible remained invisible. For a long time, no one could identify him. Then a name finally began to appear: Ted. Witnesses remembered hearing it when the mysterious stranger introduced himself. Authorities soon connected the name to a man who seemed, at first glance, completely ordinary. Ted Bundy was educated, intelligent, and surprisingly charismatic. He studied law. He volunteered in political campaigns. Friends described him as charming and polite. It was almost impossible to imagine him committing such terrible crimes. But behind that carefully constructed image was a much darker reality. By the mid-1970s, investigators finally arrested him after a suspicious traffic stop. Inside his vehicle, they discovered items that raised serious questions: tools, objects that suggested preparation. And slowly, the pieces of the puzzle began coming together. Yet even after his arrest, the story took another shocking turn. While awaiting trial, Bundy managed to escape from custody, not once, but twice. The first escape happened during a court hearing when he jumped from a second-floor window and vanished into the mountains nearby. Authorities launched a massive search, but he managed to evade capture for days before being caught again. But he wasn't finished. Months later, he escaped again, this time slipping through a hole he had secretly carved into the ceiling of his jail cell. Once again, he disappeared. The country watched in disbelief. One of the most dangerous fugitives in America was now on the run. For weeks, investigators searched desperately. Then new crimes began to appear, hundreds of miles away. Eventually, authorities tracked him down in Florida, where he was finally arrested once more. This time, there would be no more escapes. The trial that followed captured the attention of the entire nation. Television cameras filled the courtroom. Reporters documented every moment. People were shocked by the strange contrast between his calm, confident behavior and the horrifying accusations against him. After months of testimony and evidence, the jury reached its decision. Ted Bundy was found guilty. He would later receive the death sentence. Years later, after multiple appeals, the sentence was finally carried out. The story of Ted Bundy remains one of the most disturbing chapters in criminal history, not only because of the crimes themselves, but because the person responsible didn't fit the image people expected. He wasn't a shadowy figure hiding in darkness. He was someone who appeared normal, someone who could easily gain trust. And that is what made the case of Ted Bundy one of the most chilling true crime stories ever told.